saying top 5 Walking Dead deaths that piss me off. Now, again, I've been saying, depending on when these are edited and uploaded, I'm rewatching The Walking Dead, and which I normally do about once a year, but I have not seen 10 and 11 like at all, really. Not enough to be in my head like I have the first 9 seasons. So there could be deaths in those seasons that affect me more than I thought they did, and so maybe I do an updated list later on if something like that were to change, like with my top characters only in the show list. But if not, then the list holds true. Anyways, these are top 5 deaths that piss me off. Now that means they anger me in a way. It's like, y'all wasted that character. They should not have died, or that was a bullshit way for them to die. Some of them do have good deaths, but it still pisses me off that they died. So characters like Herschel and Dale, where they piss me off, I still don't think they were wasted, and I think their deaths did fit them and their time in the show, if that makes sense. So anyways, God, I've really noticed how much I be flailing about when I talk lately. Sorry. Anyways, number 5 is T-Dog. We wasted him, guys. We wasted him. We wasted the hell out of T-Dog, and that really sucks. I hate that. Why did we waste him? And then he has a good death overall, but we just wasted him. Like, he was an OG character, but it's also like we wasted some other OG characters as well. It's just like, damn, we wasted them, guys. Now I'm looking at it. 3 of the 5 of these, I do like their deaths that they got. T-Dog's, I do like his death. It's heroic, it's selfless. We saw what good of a character he was with what he was standing by. But it's like he shouldn't have died there. He should have lasted longer. And I posted like probably a year, maybe more. It just popped in my head. I just posted like a what if, probably on Facebook or something. And I really like the idea. Don't get me wrong, I love Bob and I'm glad we got Bob. But like, imagine how much more it would affect you. It would have affected you if it was T-Dog who got Bob's death. Because T-Dog was that type of character who believed in the good, and like, so he could have believed that Eugene had the cure and would have been at the trough with Gareth being like, we can save it, and then he dies. And T-Dog, we've literally seen him on the highway losing his shit with Dale. Like, he's like, look at the whole world, man, laughing and being hysterical. Imagine T-Dog being the one who got bit, snuck off, Gareth kidnapped, and now they're eating his leg, and T-Dog loses his mind. He's like, tainted mate. I feel like that would have hit so much harder if it was T-Dog. If he would have survived all the way. I don't really see him being with Sasha, so that relationship wouldn't have really happened, I don't think. But like, that would have been really cool, I think. But anyways, I just felt like T-Dog should have lasted longer. His death could have still been something similar, but number 4 is Noah. What did we get? We got him for like 8 episodes maybe, so probably about a half a season. I don't know how many because some of those episodes he probably wasn't actually in, but yeah, we wasted Noah, guys. We wasted him. We had him for about half a season, and it's just like his death is so awesome. It is like, that is such a crazy death, and it's such a cool to have this pansy Nicholas get one of our own killed. But it's just like, it's a lot of this is just like we wasted him. There was so much left for Noah to do. We saw him talking to Reg about building the walls. He should have been there. He should have been working on the walls. He should, like, imagine him rebuilding, helping build up the walls after they get destroyed from the wolves. Like, I just think he could have done a lot more in Alexandria, and it really sucks that we never got to see that happen. I would have liked him to at least get into season 6 some. Maybe he dies because of the wolves. Maybe Dwight kills him instead of Denise. But I would have liked to have seen him, you know, something more. Number 3 is Beth. 3 of these characters, you're probably hearing a lot of the same that you heard in the top 5 characters that are original to the show video. But it's just, we knew her for, you know, overall 4 seasons. Season 2 through 5. But she disappears. There's so many episodes that she's just not there. And it sucks because when we finally get to start liking her and she starts to grow and develop as a character and do things, and then we spend all these episodes telling you what happened to Beth and us going to rescue Beth and bring her back into the group just to kill her so quickly. Don't get me wrong, I'm still glad Carol survived, but I remember, I don't know if it was AMC or if just somebody started doing it and then everyone was voting, but like, there were polls going around on the internet. There were pictures of Carol versus Beth on who was going to survive the mid-season finale, because Carol and Beth were both at Grady Memorial. Who was going to come out? Who did us as viewers want to survive? And I kept voting for Beth because I felt like Carol had a nice character arc. She, you know, we saw her develop. We saw her with all her kids. We saw her reunite with the group, become a part of the group again. She saved the group. I thought it was a good time for Carol to die. Not that I wanted her to die, but I felt like it was a good time for her to die. Where Beth, she had just started, and it was not her time to die, and then, yeah, she did. She just died in such a stupid way. Like, her death wasn't a cool thing like T-Dog or Noah's. It was just a stupid death. Also, let me know, guys, was that AMC or, like, was that just fans doing that on the internet? Do you remember that happening when this episode was airing, seeing those polls and pictures and posts about who do you want to survive, Carol or Beth? Who's coming out of this episode alive? Number 2 is Jesus. Oh my God, they wasted the shit out of him. God, do I have a... Okay, I do have a... Yeah, I thought so. I thought I had a list, and he is on that list. Top characters they wasted. Finally, they're like, okay, after wasting Jesus all of season 8, we're ready to start doing something with him, okay? He's stepping up. He's building a relationship with Aaron. He's stepping up as a leader at Hilltop. He's building relationships with Tara. We got him, guys. Jesus is here. Hey, guys, you know how badass Jesus is in the comics, where he's doing backflips and kicking and jumping off and stabbing and sword fighting? We're giving it to you. We're giving it to you. But when we give it to you, we're killing him the second after. What? I think that was an awesome way to show us, oh, these are zombies evolving. Oh, wait, no, it's Whisperers. I think that is a cool way to have done it, using Jesus. But it's also like we wasted. It's such an awesome character. He should have survived to the end. Should have. Not just because of the comics, but because of who the character is. But okay, he's not surviving the whole time. He has to die in the mid-season finale of season 9. Sure, that's fine. I'll make peace with it. But the reason I can't make peace with it is because after season 6, we waste him. He gets a little bit in season 7, and then he does nothing in season 8 at all. Like, when I rewatched season 8, I think like a year or so ago, I literally was watching the amount of times, like, I didn't realize. Go watch season 8, and just watch Jesus stand around in the background. Just watch him stand there. Watch him stand around in the background like he's Scott. No diss on Scott, love Scott, but watch him stand in the background like he's Scott. Because that's what they do with him in season 8. He has a handful of lines where he's like, Morgan, no, all life is precious, don't go crazy. And it's like, why is he don't even know Morgan. Why is he so hung up on Morgan not losing his shit? Which, don't get me wrong, I don't want Morgan to lose his shit, but why is he so hung up on that? And when has that ever been Jesus' thing about all life is precious? I never got that, at least in season 6 and 7. Maybe I will this watch through. But yeah, like, Okay, that's more for wasted. We're not even talking about that. He was so wasted just to have him die. And it's just like, and I hate that they do that with so many characters. They give them that final episode or two where they start building them up and making you think they are going to do stuff. And I always fall for it. I think this character is stepping up, and then they kill him. And it's like, you'd think at this point I'd stop trusting them, but I always fall for it every time I do. Yeah. Bullshit. And the number one Walking Dead death that pissed me off, and I think almost the entire internet agrees. Carl. What the fuck? It's Carl Grimes, guys. I truly believe that show wouldn't have went so downhill if Carl would have stayed alive. Yes, okay, we still live in a world where Rick, Maggie, and Michonne all leave. I still believe that show wouldn't have had as many flaws and trouble if Carl wouldn't have gotten kicked off the show. They would not have killed him off. It was such bullshit, man. Season 1 and 2, he's there, he's doing things, but he's just a little kid. Season 3, he is doing things. Season 4, he is doing things. Season 5, he's doing things. From what I remember, Season 6, he's kind of there doing some things. He's not doing a whole lot, but he's there. He has some relationships. That's when he gets shot and stuff. And in Season 7, he is doing things. And then Season 8, he is in 4 episodes in his final fucking season. I think it's 1, 3, 8, 9, something like that. What the? I'm getting worked up just thinking about it. How? Just such bullshit, man. They start that season premiere having him parallel Rick in Season 1. The hat, picking the hat up. The zombie girl looking under the car, getting gasoline. Literally recreating Rick's scene from the premiere with Carl. Because he's the future of the show. And then they just fucking kill him? In such a bullshit way, too. Such a bullshit way. Yes, that's nice that he was trying to honor Sadiq and he wants to keep peace. That is fine. That is great. I believe Carl would do that. But for him to just get bit, that's such bullshit, man. We've seen Carl take on so many zombies. We've seen a younger Carl have 3 zombies fall on top of him and he survived it. It's just literal bullshit, guys. We've seen Carl survive worse shit than this. That boy has been shot in the chest, shot in the fucking face, and they just kill him, and then they just kill Sadiq 2 seasons later. No, Sadiq should have at least lasted to the end. Just such a, and I mean the internet, I never stopped watching the show, but a lot of people say, when did you drop off the show? Was it the Season 7 premiere? Was it when they got to Alexandria? Was it when Carl died? Was it when Rick left? For me, Rick leaving, Maggie leaving, Michonne leaving, yes, they all hurt. But for me, they hurt because Carl wasn't there to pick up the slack. He wasn't there to continue the show. And then the Ones Who Live came out, and they should have brought him back. At least one episode, had him there. Have Rick hallucinate him. And have him... Shit, man. That's for me. If I would have quit the show, that would have been the time that made me quit. Such bullshit. Whose death pisses you off the most, guys? I mean, pisses you off because you just... Till next time. Shouldn't have killed him.